Hi, everybody. You're welcome to the AITV show. Um, Hi, guys. How have you guys been doing? How's everything? How is this quarantine treating you guys? Um, I know there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in people's lives. People are not working. People are just staying home. I hope you're keeping yourselves busy. I hope you're keeping yourselves healthy. And I hope you're trying to live day by day because at this point, you really don't know. We're just living on God's grace, as I may say, and we don't know what's really going on with the world. We don't know when this whole thing is ending, but we just have to, take heart, take care of your friends, call your friends, give your friend a phone call. Don't leave people to be lonely because right now is a time for people with like mental health like issues to to get to them. Things are people don't understand what's going on, so please be there for your friends. Talk to them, give them a call, and try to keep in contact because at this right now we can't see ourselves, we can't do much, but try as much as possible to reach out to people and keep in contact with them. Um, I am your host, Beverly Chirabo, as usual, and I have my sisters on here too. And today we have a special guest, a beautiful lady like us, and she's going to talk to us about some interesting, very interesting things. Um, I don't know if I should talk about them, but this, well, I'll just say that this is going to be a topic that we've had before, and we had it here before, and I promise to bring it back because I feel like it's a crucial topic, and people like youth not need to know about these things. So, yeah, she's here and she's going to talk to us, but these other two ladies, so I want her to introduce herself first, and then I'll have the rest of the ladies introduce themselves. So, yeah. Can you
Hi.
tell us your name and what you're here to what you're here to do? And yeah.
Hi, I'm Carol Namutebi. I'm from Uganda. Today I'm here to talk about birth controls and contraceptives. And I feel like it's a very crucial topic because people tend not to think about those things and then they regret the consequences. Yeah.
Mhm. Yes. So I'm gonna have each of you. Who's first? One of you two ladies. Other ladies.
I'll go. Hi, my name is Sonyu. I'm happy to be back, and I hope you guys enjoy this topic today because it is a big one as for everyone. So, hope you guys like it.
Okay. Next.
Hey, as you know, my name is Lona. I'm happy to have you guys here again on Monday. And yeah, I can't wait for you guys to hear this topic today.
Okay. So guys, we had this topic a while ago and I feel like we went through a lot of things and we didn't really specify with what we're gonna talk about. And I promised to bring it back because it got so much attention and I liked it, though so many people didn't like it, but I liked the attention and I feel like it reached somewhere, it reached somebody's ears that needed to hear it. So what we're gonna do, yeah, we're basically going to talk about this whole thing to do with like contraceptives and listen to what, because the last time we talked about how this is something important, I had to put out a video and talk about how it's something important, and I had some elders reach out to me although they didn't like the idea, but they reached out to me anyways and they were trying to you know talk about it and see how we can get together as a community, which was a good thing. But too bad I didn't follow up as much because I was so busy with school. But I feel like it's a very important thing that all of us have to, talk about and let the world know and let the young ones know, especially in a world whereby we're so exposed to things to do with like social media and we see these things. It's far much better to have somebody, like a teenager, a youth, hear these things from someone instead of them l- getting things from the internet because they don't know how to approach some of these things. They see the internet way, and the internet way is never the right way. So, anyways, let's begin. So, Carol, I have one question. The first question is, what are contraceptives? It's a big word, so I feel like so many people don't really, understand it. So, break it down for us and tell us the word that is known to be like what word that they use to describe it.
I can't say I have a specific word for contraceptives, but they're like methods you can use to avoid getting pregnancy, to avoid getting pregnant and having STIs, which are sexually transmitted infections.
Okay. With what do you rate it? What's the percentage of these things working?
Each contraceptive has a different percentage, so it's according to what you use. Like, as I'm going to mention about the different types of contraceptives, I will be telling every percentage for each. Yeah, it's different for everything.
Okay. Yeah, we're going into that. What are the different type of contraceptives? Because I feel like everybody knows like only one type, and I feel like there's so many out there that we don't know about and would love to know.
So my first type of contraceptive I have here is the withdrawal method or the pull-out method. This method is 73% effective. It's not prescribed by a doctor. But it does not protect you from STIs. It's not hormonal. It's not barrier. Nothing like that. The pros of this method, it's free. It can be used with anything, anytime, anywhere. The cons, it's not reliable. Pre-cum, like the sperms.
What's that?
Pre-cum are like the first sperms that come out of the penis during sexual intercourse. Yeah. So there are chances whereby the pre-cum can still go in and it can cause pregnancy.
So okay, I'm just giving I googled questions about these things. So okay, pre-cum, is this something, because I feel like there's so many young adults out there that I don't know, is it something that can have you get pregnant, or it's something that you don't have to worry about?
You have to worry about pre-cum because it contains sperms and it can get you pregnant.
Oh, okay. So when does this, is this during like when you're about to have, is it something like that when you're like about to have sex that you have like that pre-cum?
During sexual intercourse.
Okay.
Because
that when a guy ejaculates, that means then when it goes in again, that's the pre-cum.
Men tend to ejaculate many times during sexual intercourse, but the first ejaculation, some of them don't even hear that one because it's just to wash the pipe. That's the pre-cum. That's why it's called pre-cum.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I heard. Okay. Okay, so withdrawal is the first one. What's the next one? Because I think there's so many people that rely on that withdrawal and it fails them.
Yep.
Exactly.
If you don't want to rely on the withdrawal because you don't want to take any chances, what are some other types?
So the other type I have here is fertility awareness. We have charts when you know when your period is, your ovulation, and everything like that. If you do the math, that's also a contraceptive method. It's 76 to 88% effective. It's not prescribed by a doctor. It does not protect you from STIs. It's not hormonal. It's pros. It's free. It has no side effects, like added to hormones. Its cons, it takes planning, record keeping, and self-control. Both partners need to participate 100%.
So what if you don't want to tell your partner?
Then it won't work because it's for two partners. You guys have to work together. That's the reason why you cannot have sex with someone that you cannot talk about sex with.
So so this one goes on. It's kind of like when a female is done with her monthly period, do you wait like some days in order for you to have sex with no obviously like it's called the what?
That's the question I wanted to ask, because I've had so
Yeah.
many females talk about that period. I don't know if it's before or after, and they're like, I like some females happen actually to kubaza. Let me use the Luganda word. I don't know how to say it. The kubaza katika period.
Yeah, it
What
was.
period is it? Is it after or before? And how many, like approximately how many days after or before your period?
I'm very confident about after and like 5 days
Mm-hmm.
after
Okay.
your period.
So this is like your ovulation period.
No.
When is the ovulation period?
So like if you think of menstruation, it's a cycle. You have the egg, it breaks, and then after that, by the time the egg is still in the ovary coming to the fallopian tube before it thickens around the uterus, that's the time, because the thickened uterus has come out as blood, so you have free time there before another egg comes out and thickens again.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. So you said it's like you said it's 76 to like 80 something.
Yeah,
effective.
76 to 88%.
So I'd say it's not something that you should really rely on, right?
No.
Okay. Yeah. So you heard withdrawal and female
fertility awareness.
Fertility awareness. Yeah. Don't really rely on that, please. Yeah. So what's the next?
The next one I have, is condom, but we have two types of condoms. So I'm going to start with the internal condom. The internal condom, you fix it inside. Yeah.
Inside?
Of who?
Of you.
There's usually okay.
Of you.
Okay. Yeah.
If it
Okay.
gets into the girl, woman, female.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's 79% effective. It's not prescribed by a doctor. It protects you from STIs. It's not barrier, but it's not hormonal, but it's barrier. Its pros, it can be used vaginally and annually, anally, in the vagina and in the anus. It protects against its STIs. It can be inserted up to 8 hours before intercourse. It can be used with hormonal forms of birth control. Its cons. It's noisy, it's expensive, and it's not as easily accessible.
Yes, I have a question about that. I've heard about this whole female that's the female condoms, right?
Yeah.
Why
even
is
males
it
that are gay, they do anal sex?
The female condom.
The what?
It's not a female condom. It can be used in the anus and in the vagina. It's an internal condom.
But so anyone basically can use it.
Anyone can use it, because men that are gay.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, those female condoms, why is it that they're expensive and why is it that they're so rare? Do you know why?
I don't know why they're rare and expensive. I just think it's according to the market. That comes down to the market, the manufacturers, and stuff like that.
Because even in schools, personally, my school, aitboston, when you go to like the health thing, there's like a whole ball of like men's condoms, but there's no like female condoms.
Yeah.
I think,
which is disturbing.
Like the distribution of female condoms is not very common, but it can happen once females out there in the world campaign for them.
I feel like there should be a campaign for those condoms.
I feel like they should have both. Like, okay, just because you're giving out condoms for guys, I mean, they should also have some samples for women as well to also try. But apparently, they always think about the guys first before they think about the females.
Yeah, and also there's this thing of like I've heard so many stories of guys who guys are crazy. They put like a hole in the condom. So you basically can't even trust them like that. So it really beats my understanding why there's not people that are advocating for these female condoms, because they'll work in our favor too.
Yeah. Like all of you know, in the history of America and until now, women have to campaign for everything they get. Yeah.
Sure.
Put aside what you said about putting holes. That's where I blame parents for not teaching children as they grow up what to do in such situations. When someone is wearing a condom, you're supposed to look at them. There are ways of opening a condom. You don't just open it like that.
How'd you open it?
You're supposed to hold it kati ebera square. You hold it, and then you get the tip off. Not with your teeth. You can ruin it, and then you just squeeze it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then waba jambala tajitakula butakuzi. You just roll it.
Has to repeat that one for the men.
Just repeat it one more time. Just repeat it.
And you apply it.
Yeah. So when you're opening a condom, you don't use your teeth. You may ruin it. It's very thin and you have sharp teeth. So osala koka corner katono, then no rolling, no jiseka. Like you squeeze it out. And then while you're putting it on, you don't scratch it like this. You just roll it on.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so that makes sense. I feel like most of the times when it comes to things like sex, like most people are like not in their right state of minds. That's why I'm saying things might happen and you don't even know what's going on, and a mistake happens. A person maybe pops a hole in it when you're not looking.
That can happen, but that's why we go ahead and tell people to learn to control themselves. You have to protect yourself first. No one is going to protect you. You have to look out for yourself. There is nothing like I'm out of my senses and I cannot protect myself.
Okay. You need to watch out for yourself. That's very true. Especially like the young people that still have like futures ahead of them. I mean, these things happen. So, you gotta watch your back. Anyways, so what's the other type of condoms?
External condoms. The ones we've been calling the male condoms. They're 82% effective. They're not prescribed by a doctor. You can just walk into anywhere and have them.
Hold on. What do you mean by 82%? I thought there'd be like almost 100% effective.
Thank you. I don't understand that.
I'm sorry, they're not. They're 82% effective.
How come?
Anything can happen.
Or like popping, or like making a mistake and you scratch it. Like you said, when they're opening them, you don't have to you have to be careful.
Anything can happen.
Okay, go on.
There's nothing that's 100%, I'm assuming.
It's just the only thing that's 100% is
abstinence.
Abstinence.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. It protects you from STIs. It's not hormonal, it's barrier. The pros, it can easily be accessed. You can get them for free. They protect you against STIs again. They can be used with hormonal forms of birth control. The cons, the penis must be erect and cannot be put on before sex.
Hey, so you have to do it right before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Katalaba internal condoms, they can stay up to 8 hours before sexual intercourse. But these external ones, once the penis is erect, if it's not erect, you're lying to yourself.
So can you use it like again? Or if you finish one cycle, you take off and then you put another one?
Okay.
Yeah. They're not reusable.
They are free. They are free. Don't freeze when something is free.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Of
but what
course.
do you mean anything can happen? You said, okay, yes, it can happen by obviously by opening them, but what else can happen when you use the male condom?
Often people don't put them on correctly.
That's the biggest thing.
I
Like
feel like,
opening
yeah,
them
that's
and putting them
mhm.
on.
And
Yep.
it's very
Oh,
possible you find someone putting on a condom on a penis that is not erect.
How do you know the penis?
hold it there.
But
Huh?
Hmm?
I didn't
Lona,
hear
what
that.
did you ask?
I say, how do you know the penis is erect?
It's hard.
Okay.
and plus the boy should know. Like
But this
it's
one you have
it's
to know for yourself.
yours. I can't tell you like, okay, I think you're ready. You should be the one to figure it out.
But I can tell you not to put on a condom when I think you're not ready because I'm looking out for myself.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Very.
Okay, so I think that comes down to also us educating ourselves about the opposite sex.
Yeah, you have to learn about the others.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's very. Yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go on.
The other method I have is called the diaphragm method.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you want me to explain it or to just mention it?
Please explain.
Yes, go ahead.
The diaphragm I know is the rib cage, I think.
There is something, I don't know, it's called a spermicide, I think. I'm not sure of the name. You put it in the vagina, you insert it inside. Netuuka weekoma nga sperm tezisobola kweyongerayo mu maaso.
Oh wow.
This is also female and like the
It's female.
homosexual,
It's
or
female.
just female.
I think it's female. Just female.
Mm-hmm.
But the good thing, it's doctor prescribed.
Oh, so you can go to like your PCP and ask for that kind.
Yeah, you're supposed to go. Not you can go, you're supposed to go.
Does it stay in for a while, or you just put it in once and take it out?
Not once. It can stay for up to 18 hours before sex.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe after sex, then you want to dispose it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of that one actually.
Me neither.
I think I have.
Me either. I
Isn't
haven't heard of that one.
Isn't that like the as you explained it, the female condom? Because you said you inserted it in a vagina. So isn't that like the female condom as well?
The female condom is the shape of a condom. This one is just a small thing. You insert it there. Maybe that just could diaphragm waiting as no skins or walls of vagina is really empty. It's just to block the sperms from going far.
So how do you remove it after you're done doing what you do?
Not sure. Oh, you have to go to the doctor.
Ha.
You have to go to the doctor.
Oh, that's why you have to go to the doctor to get it.
To get it and to
take it out.
It has to go in the right place.
Okay, yeah, and I agree with you on that, and it has to go in the right place. But at the same time, can't the doctor show you how to get it out yourself?
How to get it out? You feel so guilty, like, so doctor, what?
Yeah,
I mean, by the time you go there to get it, I feel like
you're already embarrassed,
easier.
and then it's already embarrassing. You go and ask for it; they do it for you. You go home, do whatever you got to do. Then you have to come back to the same doctor that did it to take it out.
If you think it's too much to go to the doctor, imagine how many mistakes you've made and you regret and you wish you had gone to the doctor before in your life. So now imagine you get pregnant right now because you tried to put it in wrong.
Yeah.
Do they even sell them like in stores?
You're supposed to go to a doctor, so it's prescribed. nogenda nogifuna nagiyingizaamu or probably bazirina munda eyo nagikusonseka.
Okay.
Oh, that's a new one. That's an interesting one.
Diaphragm.
Yeah, diaphragm. It's 88% effective. It's doctor prescribed. It does not protect you from STIs. It's
How come?
barrier because your skins get intact. It just stops sperms from going ahead.
Oh, okay.
It's pores. It can be put in up to 18 hours before sex. It has very little side effects. It can't be felt by either partner. The cons, you need to remember to insert it every time you use it, so must be comfortable with your body. Need to go to the doctor to get it fitted. Yeah.
Okay.
But why would you make all those trips for just that one thing? You go today and then tomorrow you go back to the doctor again.
Because you don't want to have a baby.
Okay, but just don't have sex. It's not that important. Why
Which is
can't
very
you wait
hard.
until marriage? Like,
Preach, sister.
very hard.
Amen.
just take it at like all that hassle to do all of that for just one night.
Exactly. With someone you're not even gonna marry.
Yes, Pastor.
Exactly. Just pass through.
So the next method is the patch. It's called a patch.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, I
doctor
heard about that
prescribed.
one.
Oh yeah, it's doctor prescribed. It's like a small thing, a box, and then you put it like follow. Like doctor knows the location, but around here,
Like the bottom,
yeah,
like down on your
Like
stomach.
Your umbilical cord.
Like, and this is like your stomach kind of.
yeah,
I think.
that like right there. It's 91% effective. It's doctor prescribed. It does not protect you from STIs. It's hormonal. The pros, it can make periods more predictable. There is less effort than the pill. It's easy to use. The cons, it can be less effective if you're over 198 pounds. Some people experience irritation where they put the patch.
So how long can you have it for? Like how long can you have one patch for?
Not sure. But I
Okay.
think, not sure.
Oh,
So
I thought maybe.
So how does this patch work? So why can't you just put on any patch? Why do you have to put on that patch described by the doctor?
Because it's hormonal.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if let's say you take it off and you have sex, you can get pregnant, basically.
Obviously.
I've heard some females that have had them, the patches, but they're also not that common, right?
I think so, yeah. They're not. Most people are so used to the pill, injections, stuff like that. And right here, the next one is the commonest, the pill.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 91% effective. It's doctor prescribed. It does not protect you from STIs. It's hormonal. The pros, different types can help with acne and mood. It can regulate your period. The cons, you have to remember to take it at the same time every day.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it does not protect from STIs. Yeah, so that's where most people mess up. You cannot remember to take that pill every day at the same time.
I know. What if you're not in the same place every day?
You have to walk around with it.
Yeah.
So what happens if you miss like
But
one dose?
You mess up.
completely like you screwed.
So let me say. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So it's like, I don't know how to say this. Let me say you're supposed to drive to somewhere and you have to use gas, and then you're like, let me leave this gas to just get empty. Altogether, what will happen? You'll
Yeah.
have messed up. So it's the same thing with the pill. For it to work, you have to take it every time, every day, at the same time. What if you don't take it one day? You've messed up. You don't know it's hormonal. It's regulating hormones inside your body.
So let me say I had to take it today and I miss it. And then the rest of the days for the rest of the week I take it. And then at the beginning of next week I have sexual intercourse. Am I safe?
I would advise you to talk to your doctor first the day you miss. You can give them a call, let them know. They'll have the best solution. Because we're all different. We have different health conditions. And when the person, birth controls are very dangerous things. When they prescribe them for you, you just have to follow instructions because they use crucial information about you to give them to you. So
Oh,
when
so they
you
can't just give you any type?
no, you go there, they check your health, they check your history, they check everything. That's when they give it to you. It's not like condom where you just go grab.
Yeah, the pills, I feel like so many people, I've heard a couple of people that have got off the pills because of that same problem to do with time.
Yeah.
Like, because people are forgetful, and then sometimes, let me say, you just walk out and forget to take it or something like that. Wow. So the next one.
The ring. Many people have heard of this one. Yeah. It's 91% effective too. It's doctor prescribed. It does not protect you from STIs. It's hormonal. Its pros, it only needs to be changed monthly. It can stop your period. It is discreet and can be worn during intercourse. The cons, it does not protect against STI.
What's the ring?
So where does this ring go?
They insert it through your vagina. Goes inside.
Does it go as a ring, as a whole, or do they kind of fold it and like put it in?
As a ring.
Oh, so it's like okay.
So it's also hormonal?
Yeah, it's hormonal.
Wow, it's crazy.
So is it one of the common types?
Yeah, the ring is kind of common. The ring is
so
common.
They change it. You said they change it every month?
Yeah.
Don't you think that's a little unsafe?
Why?
Like, it's every month. Like, I mean, well, no, not every. Well, you have it for a month, the same one for the entire month. Then at the end of the month, you go and get it changed. I feel like by the second week or the third week, it's dirty. Like, I need another one. Why
It's
would
hormonal. It like thing is hormones.
So when this ring goes in, right? Where does it go? Does it go on your uterus, fallopian tube, ovaries? Like, where does it go? Where does it settle to stop the pregnancy?
It stops like right below the uterus. Like it doesn't go to the fallopian tube or what. It's just right below.
Right below.
It's pretty close. It goes a little near. Does it make like sexual intercourse uncomfortable?
No. You can't even hear.
Feel it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of the ring too. I've heard of it too. It's one of those ones that people use, I think, a lot.
Yeah.
What's our next one?
We have the shot. So the shot is 94% effective. It's doctor prescribed. It does not protect you from STIs. It's hormonal. It's pros. It lasts for 3 months. It can stop your period, and it's discreet. The cons: some people experience negative side effects. They have to remember to see you have to remember to see your doctor. It does not protect against STIs.
Does this thing have? I heard it has some side effects, like if you take it over a long time,
Yeah.
like over a year, I had it does something to your bones. So they normally advise people to take them not so long, like in between, like let me say if you're trying to get pregnant, you take the shots for a while and then you get off of them. You don't stay on them for a long time.
Yeah. You have to, like, if you don't need it, don't use it. That's basically it. If you don't need it, don't use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back to the ring. Is the ring the IUD?
No.
Okay. What's the next one?
The implant. It's 99% effective.
What's the implant?
Let me put here.
Implant.
Oh, the one where they cut you?
I don't think they cut you.
Yeah, I think they make a little cut.
I say is
an
it like
incision.
Yeah, when you say cut, you scare people. It's not like cutting.
So can it be done in like just a few minutes?
Yeah. The doctor just
And
it's doctor prescribed. It does not protect from STIs.
And they chose the arm? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they put it right here.
Okay. I'm just
Sonya's like they made a choice and they put the arm.
I mean, that's you gotta move your arms. I'm just like, this is.
How many times do you tend to feel this part of your arm?
Never.
I mean, you put deodorant, so you kind of like move it.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, so it's hormonal. It can last for 3 to 5 years.
Hey, wow.
Yeah, you don't have to remember to use it. It can stop your period. It's discreet. The cons, it's less effective in women weighing more than 135 pounds. It does not protect against STIs.
I'm sorry.
What's wrong?
Wait, no, I'm over 135 pounds. Wait, so it's less effective with women that are less than 135?
That are more.
Oh, wait, more?
Oh, my, more?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Are you serious?
I am.
Like,
wow. Just wow.
What's the sense behind that?
I just don't know. Maybe fat. I don't know.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Wow. So that means that if you are over that amount, right? That means that it's like 3 to 5 years, meaning that means if you're like 170, 160, that means it's it just decreases the years. That means you have to go after 1 year, you have to come and change it.
You cannot use logic with hormonal stuff.
Hey.
That's when you have to see your doctor.
Right.
And they give you a better way.
But why is it that one of its side effects is that it like gains weight? Like it gives people weight.
The implant?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not part of my.
No.
Really?
Sometimes.
I mean, it's some women and whatever they chose to either whatever birth control they choose. Some gain weight because of it. Some don't.
Yeah.
So it all depends on their health.
And most of the time, your doctor will tell you these things before you even start using it. According to your medical history, your weight, your height, everything, they'll tell you what is going to happen to you. So yeah.
Right.
So someone is talking about the IED. Yeah. The next one is the IED.
Mm-hmm.
So the IED is 99% effective. It's doctor prescribed. It does not protect you from STIs. it's hormonal, but it has also non-hormonal options. It can last 7 to 10 years. You don't have to remember to use it. It's discreet. Yeah, some people don't want to have babies of 10 years.
Wait,
Well,
is the
I-
IUD the T thing? The T,
Yeah.
the copper thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The cons, it can make periods heavier. Insertion can be uncomfortable. It does not protect from STIs.
I don't even know how you'd allowed to put a copper thing in your. It goes in the vagina, right?
Yeah, through the vagina to the uterus.
I've heard people talk about that one, and I've heard a lot of people that take it out because they get like they get really bad side effects and something like that.
Yeah, they get really heavy periods.
I heard also
I
yesterday
don't-
I was watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, and Portia was talking about the IUD, how they after she gave birth, I think they put it in the wrong way, something like that, and it caused what is that called? Those balls that come on some females' uterus.
Fibroids.
Fibroids, yeah. It caused like a large fibroid, and she had to take it out. So like, but it's not only her. I've heard that the IUD sometimes for some females is not really as effective. Either it's put it in the wrong way, then they have to remove it, or sometimes it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. And some of those things, banally, they're not that good. They may be effective, but nature. So our uteruses are meant to react differently to different stuff. So during your periods, your uterus contracts.
Right.
So what happens when you have something in there? Remember, you have heavy periods if you have the IUD.
Right.
Yeah.
So which is like the best apart from abstinence, which is like because abstinence is really hard.
But I heard that before that I heard that without let's say like you want to still have some type of sexual activity with your partner, you can have oral sex, right? That if you have oral sex, obviously you won't get pregnant. But do you have any protection about that?
If you have oral sex, you'll get STIs.
Mm-hmm.
You can get protected with condoms, male condoms, for those that are having blowjobs. The dentoderms for those that are having nam jobs.
What are dentoderms?
Dentoderms are thin, like they're very thin, like polythene. I don't know how to describe the material. It's very thin material. You just lay it on the vulva, like the whole vagina vulva, and someone can just eat you out without sucking your fluids or something like that.
So it's basically like a condom.
Yeah, it's like a.
So I heard, do these like those dentoderms and condoms? I've heard people say that they have like flavors.
They have flavors, but I've tested them. They don't taste any good. It's just the scent.
Hey, so it's just like the smell that you get, but like if you taste it, it doesn't have any taste.
Yeah, it doesn't have taste. It's just plain. Maybe the color.
Okay.
That's crazy. So you can't put it in a man. It's only a female.
The what?
The dentoderm.
Yeah, it's a piece, like a flat piece of, like, maybe if it was paper, I would have called it paper. I don't know the type of material they used to make it.
Okay.
But probably rubber, like a condom.
Fabric.
Yeah, a fabric. It's just plain. Kabera ka square katika namenga akagoi.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
So that protects you from like STDs and STIs.
Exactly.
How common are these things? I've never seen that thing. I'd never heard of it.
Me too.
Dental dams are not very common.
Which is so tricky because I feel like there's so much oral sex going on these days.
And I feel like people enjoy it without the dental dams. Okay, wait a minute. People don't get to learn about dental dams. Like, as a matter of fact,
They don't
these
talk
things,
about them.
these things are taught in middle school. They're taught in high school. You feel me? So, if you come here from Uganda where you've not heard of that word before and you just go straight to college, there are very high chances you won't even hear about it.
Wow.
We have a problem in our community, especially the Ugandan community, whereby we have kids that come here and they have all this freedom, and then of course with all this freedom they're gonna do the drugs and everything, and then drugs, you drink alcohol, drugs, it eventually leads up to like
After party.
After party. What do you have to say about the whole thing? Like this whole thing of whereby like families don't sit their kids down and talk to them. Is it one of the reasons why there's so many like single moms out there? What's up? Like, have you reached out to people? Have you like talked to anybody about such a topic? How do people in our community react to such topics?
The youth react positively, apart from the ignorant ones. And the parents, most of them don't want to hear these things themselves. They're probably also not doing something right, and they don't want to be corrected by someone younger. So if a parent cannot sit their daughter down or their son down and tell them what to do, they're going to teach themselves. You know how? Porn.
By having unprotected sex.
Exactly. So I think I'm very against parents that don't want to tell their children these things. Me, I didn't know about these things until I came here. So I just think about the people I left in Uganda. What are they? In Uganda, if you're using birth controls, people are going, slut, this, that. You feel me?
That's what I was telling somebody. I was like, I feel like girls especially should not be afraid to talk about things like birth control.
Yeah.
Because it's really for your own good.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you don't tell your kid about stuff. They get pregnant. Trust me, you're going to deal with it with them. They're not going to deal with it alone.
So wait,
you're gonna hear it. You're gonna hear it every day and night. Honestly,
yeah.
If you get pregnant. So.
Back to Beverly's question, like if you don't use abstinence, with all the methods that you said, what's the method that you can think, as Bev asked you, like that is very efficient that you would recommend to someone who's like, me, I like, that stuff is sweet, and I want to continue it, but I'm not gonna do abstinence. What would you recommend that person?
I wouldn't recommend anything for anyone. I would just tell you to go talk to your PCP. They have the best methods for you. As I repeat this again, birth controls are serious medications. No one can choose for you what to use because no one knows your health more than your PCP or yourself.
So, using these things over time, do you know if they have like a side effect?
Almost everything has a side effect in this world. But they do have side effects. Those were the cons I was saying. But some of them don't even have side effects like that. Condoms don't.
Yeah, like no, I mean like the hormonal stuff.
Most of them do. Either with your period, it's messing with your natural hormones. So anything.
Guys, do you have any other questions?
I mean, what would you recommend to the younger kids that basically, obviously, I would be surprised, but I would count on my hands if most Ugandan parents talk to younger kids who are probably like 12 years old right now, or 12 to like 21 years old right now. Like, what would you
recommend? What's the age?
What age do they start doing that stuff?
In Massachusetts, I repeat, in Massachusetts, not all states, the age of consent is 16.
Wow.
By that time, they've probably already experienced it. So why are you guys talking to these kids so late?
Th- They get to learn about these things before the age of 16, but that's the legal age of consent. In case anything happens to someone that's below the age of 16, you can go to jail for that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
would you advise as a parent, would you be like, what age would you think a parent should start talking to their kids about those things? What they call like the consent of the state and what they have to say, like what age should you start opening up and being like, okay, listen, this and this and is like this and that and that.
I think a child matures as soon as they have their periods.
So around 13.
So yeah, basically around 13, I would say.
And then I
12.
think, Lona, you tried to ask me something about what I would tell children in case they needed access to some of these things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you know your parents cannot talk to you about this, and you've tried, they failed, go to your school-based health centers. I'm very sure very many schools in Massachusetts accept right now legalized giving out birth controls and contraceptives in school. And these are health professionals, nurse practitioners, doctors in the schools. Go to your teen health center in the school, talk to the nurse in there, go to most of the community health centers, you have to go with your parent, but use your school protect very well.
So the schools, basically, you don't really have to have consent from your parents.
When the school year begins, parents sign some health thing that your child can go to the teen health center. So you can go anytime during the school day and ask.
But also, even though the parent signs this form saying my kid can go to the health center, anything that children goes to them and whatever problem they may have, at the end of the day, the nurse or the doctor who's there will call their parents and say, hey, your child came in today and this is what we did. Now, is that saying so much information to the kids' parents, or is it wrong, or like what?
It is very important to inform someone's parent about stuff like that. But on the other hand, if the child does not want to disclose, the doctor cannot say anything or the nurse.
That's why I like America. Be like, I don't want you to tell my parents, and that's it.
But imagine you're 15 or 14.
That's what I'm saying.
Then they can
Your
disclose.
mom takes you to a doctor, right? Remember, you're a Ugandan child, and you have the enough time. I'm Nedda. I don't want to say anything.
It happens.
I tell that there could be another thing. Ogamba Nedda. I'm sorry. You say no, right? And the parent will be like, "Inzemuzade." So I need to know. She's not over the age yet. So you need to tell me what is going on. Now from there, you can't argue with the parent. You're gonna be like, okay, this, that. But the kid is a minor.
Mateka. It's the law.
Well, the whole thing. Well, I'll ask a question, like kind of related to that. What's your whole perception to do with sex?
Me personally, I would not buy the wait for marriage thing, although people tell it to us, because it never happens most of the time. But I would tell someone to look out for themselves most. Don't think that someone cares for you enough to take care of you. You have to look out for yourself. If you know you're going to engage in sexual intercourse with someone, make sure you're free to talk about sex with these people. If you cannot talk about sex with someone, how are you fucking them? Or take it over.
Yeah.
It has to be real.
Yeah, I think that's where some people go wrong, because they just go and dive in it with just anybody. And even when they get a problem, maybe if they feel sick after, they can't even go out and be like, listen, what happened? Like, I'm feeling funny and I haven't been feeling like this before.
Yeah. So that's where you get issues of someone has had sex with someone without first going for testing. Because they're not free about having sex in the first place. That's where you know you're not ready for it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
also having like, you feel, I think that even when you're getting like these things, you have to like talk to your partner too.
Yeah. You have to do communication every single time. Communicate.
So I have a scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I get gonorrhea from somewhere.
No.
Would you advise me to tell my partner?
Of course. Because both of you have to get tested and both of you have to get treatment. Oh, from somewhere else, not your partner?
From somewhere else.
Yeah, then you have to tell them so you don't infect them.
What's like your advice to like young adults? Because I think there's so many people like hopping into relationships just like that, and I don't think most of them think about these things, that there could be some consequences, and you can't even tell the person that you're getting involved with about what's happening. And there's this whole abortion thing that's going on, kids aborting. So yeah, what's like your advice to like young adults?
My advice will be like, first take away the thing from your head. Like, let's think like the 21st century. Let's not think like 1900 Uganda agreement. So right now, what's going on? Is there still right time? Is there still right place? No. You just have to be ready every time, every day. It's like death. You
Ever
never know
ready?
when you're gonna die. You
Mm-hmm.
have to be ready. You have to be confident. You have to use your knowledge. You don't have to shy away. You have to know what you want. You have to put your goals straight. If you know you don't want to get pregnant, don't. Find ways of not getting pregnant. There are after pills. There is plan B and whatever. You can do anything other
Talk
than waiting
about
for
those.
Hmm?
Actually, I had to ask about those, the after pills.
Oh,
How effective are those things? Because, and how long can you take them? Because can you be going every day and you go and get after pill every day, every day, every day? I
why
mean,
would you do that? Why would you be making a mistake every day?
there are people like that.
One thing I know
No,
about
no, it's just they just want to be like precaution. Like, okay, I took one. Let me just go get another one just in case.
yeah, but one thing I know about pills, I read a research about those after pills. There's a research that we did for school, and the research was saying that some females are, honestly, sorry to say this, but some females are dumb. One thing about life, you can't overuse a pill over and over. Your body's gonna get used to it, right?
Exactly.
Secondly, there are females that have come out to sue, like pills like Ella, Plan B, Aftra. So Plan B, there is females that have come out to sue the company because at the end of the day, they can't give birth. They go after marriage and they go and they're like, oh, we have to take your uterus out because um, something's faulted. And then they find out it was the Plan B. But when they ask them, how long have you been using this Plan B? In like 3 months, they've been using it like 20 times. That means every time they have sex, they use it. They use it. And because also Plan B does not say, it says use it every time. It doesn't say don't overuse it. So some people just overuse a pill and
Mm-hmm.
then get mad when it doesn't work. I don't think even like as any pill, not even these birth control pills, like any pill, you shouldn't use something because our body kind of like gets used to it and you're not gonna see the results that you want to see.
Exactly.
I
That's true.
didn't know about that.
Me
So
either. That's
the
something new I've
placenta
learned
will be
today.
taken out.
The other thing I wanted to say is that the HPV vaccine. I don't know um when I was, I think I got mine when I was, is it 11 or 12? like back then they used to force us to get it. By force you had to get it. Right
They
now,
still do.
they
Yeah.
still do.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah, they
take it.
still do.
You're female.
But some females don't get why someone has to take the HPV. They don't get that if you're sexually active, you can get cervical cancer from that.
Yeah, and it's spread by males.
Right.
You get it from men.
Yeah?
Wait, males have HPV?
What?
Oh my god. So
Yo.
it's like this. HPV does not just happen in women like that.
Right.
I meant cervical cancer. Oh my god. That thing, the cancer, it does not just happen like that. Men have a certain hormone that if they put it into you, you can get the cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Oh wow. I didn't know that one. I didn't know that one.
Learned some today.
I'd just say about HIV and AIDS, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes. You know when people have those, everyone is like, "Oh my god, you have herpes."
Like when you have zits all over your
They are
lips,
herpes,
and they
but
just
it's a
automatically
different kind.
think that you have herpes.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes you have to be diagnosed by the doctor. You cannot diagnose yourself.
Yeah.
So, herpes, you know the signs and symptoms. You look at the signs, you go to your doctor, they check you, they prove it's it, they treat you. But what I know the most common STI within young people is called chlamydia.
And how'd you get that?
It's an STI, sexual intercourse.
Mm-hmm.
How is it got?
How does it look? The symptoms of it?
It does not have very many symptoms. You cannot detect it very easily, but you get itch. Like, let me pull up something here.
I've heard of chlamydia. They normally do tests for it.
Yeah, they test for it. It's
Don't
very.
they test for all the tests anyway when you go to the hospital? They check every disease, syphilis, HIV, all of those.
What if
And
I
if
test
it comes,
test you gyagala okukola bagikolera mu ddwaliro.
But does it get healed? Do they have pills that you can take?
Yeah, those things heal. Oh, did you guys hear about this gonorrhea? It's rough. It does not have a cure currently. But if you get it, I don't know, is it called chlamydia something? It has an extra name. Oh, not chlamydia. What did I say? Gonorrhea.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, gonorrhea is something. It's very severe. It has no cure. It can take you to the hospital. Straight up.
no, I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah, it's like, you know how we have gonorrhea, and I think people are now getting used to gonorrhea, which they shouldn't be. But there is some other severe gonorrhea. I think I got to learn about this one in September last year. It can take you novera kundiringa. You need urgent care. It has no cure.
Wow, I didn't know that one.
Like, is this a stomach pain or is this the uterus pain? Like, what it like in order for you to get that? Does anyone know the type of symptoms, even though there's no cure for it?
Does anyone know what?
The symptoms.
Like the symptoms
it's
for
just
it.
like the symptoms for gonorrhea. The masira, the stuff like that. Itching, the normal symptoms for gonorrhea, but they get severe
if you don't treat it.
Yeah.
Does it have like a cure, or it's just treated?
Doesn't have a cure.
So you just have to take. So can you if you get it, is there a possibility that when you have sexual intercourse, you can pass it on to somebody, or you can pass it on to someone?
If you get your medication, it's not very common. I think it was only like 1% in either New Hampshire that had it. It's not very common.
So the most common is chlamydia.
Yeah, most common is chlamydia. I'm very sure, and very many people don't get to know. And I think one of the long-term side effects of chlamydia is not having children.
Huh?
Yeah.
Whoa.
If my memory still works, not having children.
Wait, so
Wow.
if you have chlamydia, you shouldn't have children?
No, like
The long time.
long-term side effects. Like you have
That
to
means
do
you
it
can.
early.
Oh, you
Or
end
you
up not having kids.
Or you know kujangu you don't know jijanjaba. You may not have kids.
So what does it like affect? Like go to like your uterus?
Yeah.
Oh, y'all need to get checked up. How often do you think people that are sexually active should go for like checkups?
As often as they have sex. Like, okay, not like if you have sex every day, like you go every day, but you should do like monthly checkups.
Yeah.
But if you do monthly checkups, abantu mudwaliro bagenda gamba, okay, you're fine. Why are you here all the time?
You have your personal PCP. They're supposed to be there for you.
Right.
That's why you pay for your insurance. That's why you pay for everything you pay for.
There's so much. I'm still on the thing of our community having this stigma that's so much. Do you know like places like people can go and seek like help? Because let me say someone is not like in high school. I'm not in high school, I'm in college. Do you know like places like companies, those places that you can like call up and like, you know, find help? Is there like counseling places? Do you know of any like counseling places around here?
I know I've heard of counseling places in Lynn, but have you heard of organizations that uplift the standards of women? There is an organization called Girls Inc.
Mm-hmm.
It's where I work, but they could give you some great information and what you need. Look for organizations, like you can Google them. Most of them are for, like female awareness. You go to the city library, you'll find help there. Trust me, your city library.
I remember in high school they used to, I don't know if it still does it, but in high school they used to give us a company. It was called CHA, Cambridge Health Alliance, and there's a health counselor there. You just, I guess like they used to tell us like you just call, and you say health counselor. They don't need the insurance, they don't need anything. They just need your health. Like whatever you want, you have it, and everything is safe for them. So like when you call, you're like, hey, I need to speak to the health counselor, and they'll be like, for what? You say confidential. They put you down on the name, and then you go see the health counselor, and it's free.
Which is great. That's America. And
This
I know
is the only good thing about America. Like they keep it, you say private, and they will do your wishes. They'll keep it private. You know,
Yeah.
that's also a good thing about it. Everywhere else, I don't trust them. I feel like I have that anxiety that, you know, they say it's quiet, like
Yeah.
between me and you, but if in closed doors, they can, you know, they could tell someone, you know, they may not know who you are, but they heard your story.
Exactly. But there is a female counselor I know. She's Ugandan. She's a great lady. She's not judgmental. She's a great person. If someone wants access to her, I could talk to her. She's a great person. And I'm very sure she can do all these things very greatly and openly. She's very open-minded, open to new ideas. And I just believe every parent should just be open-minded.
Okay.
What was I going to ask? I lost my question. Well, yeah. Do you guys have any more questions?
No, thank you. It was very
No.
informative. Very.
Very.
I
Thanks
liked it.
When I get married like this, I'm gonna play back this video and I'm gonna be like, thank you, Carol. Just after marriage.
She did us good, man. She did us good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is some very important information, especially for the youth. And it's like the biggest number of people. I've heard of so many kids that are getting into all this sexual activity without counseling, and then they come out with all these things and they don't even know what's happening to their bodies. And it's because no one talks to them and everyone around them is so shy. Whoever tries to talk about these things, they're put down and they're judged. They judge you all of a sudden, and I know people are gonna judge this life today, which is
I don't,
okay.
I don't even care. Like, I don't know how someone comes up to me and tells me something I'm very aware of. Like, I just think I'm very aware and very open-minded. I will just tell you straight up. I'm very blunt.
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, you're protecting yourself. Like, your parents did their job to tell you, and you're trying to save other females. We're all sitting here, and yes, like probably we know what she's talking about, but there's females out there where what they know you're gonna can't just say like genda. Don't say anything like that. And then those people end up like getting pregnant, getting this STIs, STDs and everything. So
Exactly.
thank you for like what you're doing. Not a lot of Ugandan people can do that because honestly, they're very scared, or we're very scared of what the community will say, or what our parents will say, or what this one will say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was also yeah, I was so happy when you reached when they told us about you, because this is one of my favorite topics. I like talking about sex. It's not like I like sex, but I like talking about it. I think it's interesting.
It's
And
healthy. It's
It
healthy to
literally
talk about.
it's a good topic, and it gets people thinking. There's so many things out there that we may not know, and it's good that we have someone that could educate us and make us love it even more. Well, not the whole sex thing, but the whole learning about it more.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be normalized because it's part of life. Like they've normalized literally everything. They normalize talking about drugs, talking about alcohol, drinking
Exactly.
alcohol, and none of those things even help. They literally have all of them have negative effects on us. But you get babies out of sex. So it should be talked about normally. And I think that's where we're failing as a community. That we don't want to talk about this thing.
And it ruins our children's
And if
future.
you don't want to be a mom at a younger age, please don't do it. Just
Abstain.
talk to someone.
Anyway, but before the show ends, what I want to say is, like Carol, you say abstinence. I do agree with that 100%. I feel like with abstinence, you don't get scared. You don't say like, oh my God, like you didn't pull out. You don't get scared that you might not have kids in the future. Like I feel like abstinence is where to go 100%. Because also after you're done getting married and you can have sex comfortably, but like webako, you feel me? Like that's really, it's not, you're really not enjoying. So yes, I do agree. Like if I had to tell my own kids, I would say like abstinence is the best thing.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I need to read some comments. So let me start from the top. Damn, there are so many comments today. We have somebody here called to hi Gabriela. Gabriela says Sabula. I guess this is a nice topic for people. I see so many people watch today. And somebody here says the pre-sperm is as potent and active as sperm during ejaculation. Yeah, like who we're told. Somebody said that some new viewers today that I never hear, but someone commented that someone is here watching today and they're never here. And they actually even commented and contributed. That's how interesting the show was. I won't read that person's name. But someone says, I hope you guys are learning. I hope there was some learning to do. It's not like too much information, but I think it's enough for someone to get educated. Dion says today she's not even blinking. Kagamba. Yeah, so someone here was saying, oh, it's becoming personal. I don't know how it was becoming personal. These are normal things that should be talked about every day. There's nothing personal about them. Um, someone said we're not learning, we're revising. So you're basically, refreshing their memories, which was a good one.
Yeah.
I won't bury David, but now they know.
I mean,
Yeah,
since we're in quarantine, I know for a fact people are trying to have sex. Literally. Like,
Because
this
they have too
is
much
a
time.
good because they have nothing to do and they have so much time, as you're saying, right? Totally right.
there's
So this
nothing
is
to
a
do.
really good one. There's nothing.
Enjoy yourselves, those that can.
So,
Um,
So
someone said this has taken me back to reproductive health science studies. Definitely. And they said the best birth control for men is vasectomy.
expect
Is that what it's called? Yeah, that thing.
vasectomy. Yeah, that's what it's called.
honestly, I agree. With,
Whoever said that, I agree.
I don't. The reason why, okay, I agree if a man has like 20 different kids. Okay, has 20 kids. You feel me? But like, I don't believe it's something that God has given you and is functioning very well. You should take it out because you can't control. You don't have self control. Like you can't really control yourself. You feel me? Like
Damn.
that's kind of unfair because I feel like a vasectomy. How I understand how it works. If I'm to advise like any guy, just don't get it. I'm sorry. Like
Okay,
oh,
I
read about
understand.
it.
I understand you don't approve of that vasectomy, but there are guys out there that don't know how to control themselves, but giving out babies and don't know how to support them and leaving the mom to struggle to take care of the kid that you couldn't take care of. So instead of you teaching yourself how to control yourself, instead of, going out in the world and just bringing innocent children in the world that didn't ask to be here because of your stupidity.
I know.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying, like,
I got you.
I love kids, but guys, use your common sense. If you know you don't want to have kids, don't do it. I mean, just be cautious. That's all.
Yeah, I don't really agree with the vasectomy thing too.
Either
But somebody here says the topic clearly tells none of them is a virgin. That's what I hate about people. Like people are so dumb.
Why?
That's being so shallow and so dumb.
I think they're just ignorant
yeah.
because we're very aware and they're not aware.
They
So they
like
should
to play the
correct.
good part, but they're the worst. Stop being
Mm.
ignorant. Go to school and do something with
I
yourself.
mean,
Educate your own self.
whoever says that, like honestly, tonight I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna go and see what your name is, and I'm gonna pray for you. Because at the end of the day, right now we're educating people. Yes, sure. Like for you, you're the smartest person. Or you take it, or singing Einstein. But at the end of the day, like there are people out there, young people right now that don't know what they're doing.
These are the kind of people that when you talk about such things, they immediately take it to be sexual.
Right.
Perverted
Exactly.
people, like their heads are so shallow, they don't think deep.
But sex is okay.
Right.
It is okay, but they want to put the perverted thing to it, like I don't know if you get it, to have it like that other side to it. Yet we're talking about like it's okay, it's very okay, but it also has it being an educative kind of thing. And that's what we're trying to say here.
But it has the deep thinker part.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone said, how do you know if it's erect? I'm guessing this is a man and you should be knowing yourself. So
That, like I said, like y'all should know yourself. Don't expect us to know everything about a man's body. God, they didn't create us to figure out you guys.
get to know each other, guys.
You know.
Somebody says, for more information, please try Dr. Hamza.
I just read that and died.
Oh my god, I just did too.
Try Dr. Hamza, okay? Someone said it has never been more free and more feminine than today. Keep it up. Yeah, I think we need to have more feminine like topics about things to do with like us females and our bodies because I think they're good. Um, Someone said you should include males in the conversation. From my background as a family planning expert, since they influence women using contraceptives.
Does that person want to join next week?
Literally.
Are you trying to join? I don't think so because they're
Ask them.
just talking.
Ask them.
If you do, please comment below.
Yeah,
This will be the next week will be part 2. But a guy.
definitely. We've asked the guys to come and reach out, but they do not, and then they go in the comment section and they complain. That's all they do best.
Oh,
Someone
Maria
says
said hi.
yeah. Someone says hi, Carol.
Oh, I know her.
Aww.
And someone here says Mutulina Lero. Hey, today is your day. Anyways, yeah, someone says here it's so informative. Yes, I agree with them. This was a really nice one. Again, someone is like asking when are you hosting Mr. updates?
Like they need a male.
Why
Trust me,
don't you be the
every day-
candidate? Like
every time we ask people to reach out and like tell us if they want to be on here and they do not, and then they'll go in the comment section and then start commenting.
Right. There's so many males that were invited on this show, and once it comes like this, oh nah, like I can't do it. I'm shy. So what do we have to do? So we just,
Yeah.
it is what it is. If you don't like it, hey, life is not fair.
And honestly, we're not gonna force you. You gotta do it yourself.
Somebody here says the best birth control for men is an empty wallet. Yeah, someone says I think they should know about UTIs too. What's your take, guys? UTIs. What's the difference between UTIs and STDs, actually?
U is urinary. S is sexual. Urinary transmitted infections, sexually transmitted infections.
Right.
So how are they transmitted differently?
Urine. If someone like they're different UTIs. Someone like there is this common one. I don't know. I've not talked about UTIs forever, but there is this where someone pees somewhere and then you also pee once that urine splashes back. This is mostly in Uganda. I've not heard of UTIs a lot here.
Yeah,
that's nasty.
And I do. Well, one thing about that, I've seen some parents where they have little girls, right? And like a little girl is like, "Mommy, I want to go to the bathroom." Again, that they say go, and when they go, they don't know if this toilet is dirty or this bathroom like someone has spit on it. And the little girl goes sits on the pee, comes back, and then the little girl is like, I'm kind of like, and the parent doesn't know. But I've seen one parent where when her little girl wants to go to the bathroom, she goes with her. And she's like, I don't want when my child sits on urine, because these little kids don't know how to bend over the toilet.
So can UTIs be transmitted sexually?
No, it's UTIs. No.
The urine.
Yeah, I think people misinterpret those two, and they think having like a UTI they can transmit them. They're the same as STDs.
They're different.
Kind of like a yeast infection, right?
Yeast infections can happen anytime because it's your body that reacts.
Okay.
They're caused by your body. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. So someone says lack of open mindsets. That's why they end up taking it as an obscene to talk about sex, like sex, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, the guy replied actually. Yes, definitely. Please be a you can message the TV. You can send them a message and they can reach out to us, and we can reach out to you, and we discuss a day and what kind of topic you'll be interested in, and we can have that topic. So yeah, please reach out to us. Please send a message on here, and you'll be replied. Well,
Mother needs are just so many.
Oh my God.
let us be very respectful. Yes, to the Ugandan, we can also use English because we're communicating to a large group of people, and we're in the diaspora, and some people here do not speak Luganda, so of course we're not going to speak only Luganda, but when we can, we incorporate Netogero Luganda kubana rotuogera. Thank you. Someone says, Carol, you deserve a ministry in Uganda.
I just read that.
Makwado Vuduru, so. Yeah, you're really good at this thing, and I wish you the best of luck, and I wish you do more and go to more places, because this is very good and a very good topic to talk about. So keep doing your thing, yeah?
Thank you.
Guys, do you have anything else? A last word?
I don't have anything else. I feel like next Monday we should do a talent show for AITV.
And do exactly what?
People should show us their talents in this quarantine.
Yeah, that's actually a good one.
We should continue, like we should have like people get invited on.
Yeah.
Come through.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's nice. Actually, yeah. We'll ask these guys to post it and tell people talent show next week. Come through. Let us know your talent. Evitone.
We doesn't matter what talent you got, we are open for anything. As long as it's not, I don't know.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out.
Do you have anything to say before we get done?
If it's anything, you bring whatever talent that you can bring. If it's eating an orange, you bring.
And we see you, Koi.
Are we also allowed to entertain as well? I got vocals.
Yeah, you are, of course. It should be a fun segment.
Alrighty.
Okay, Sonia, do you have something to say before we go?
What I would like to say is, please stay safe. Use condoms. Talk to families if you have any questions. Please don't be afraid to talk. This is a free country. No one's judging you. We just want you to be safe and healthy. Hope you guys love this lesson today, and see you next Monday.
Carol.
What?
Anything to say before you go? Last word.
The best I can tell people is to just keep in touch with their PCPs. Call your PCP and check on him or her. Call your PCP and just tell them you're fine. Call your PCP and just tell them you have a patient in the house. Call your PCP and just tell them anything. Try to stay safe. Call your PCP and tell them you need birth controls.
Yeah. Well, me, I'll just say that, keep yourself safe. Do it for yourself. Don't listen to what people outside have to say. But also, as you're doing all this other stuff, you have to watch out for yourself. Just because you have birth control doesn't mean you have to go and sleep around with everybody.
Yeah.
Give yourself some respect. Have some dignity for yourself, especially for the girls. Don't be that girl that they say, you might not be giving birth, but you don't want to be the topic whereby, oh my goodness, you slept with every guy everywhere just because you have birth control. And you can use, what are they called? Dentodams.
Dentodams. Use the one line.
And you can use dentodams and you can use condoms. It's really not worth it. Have a partner and, stick to them. If you're done with them, move on to your other partner, but don't go around And again, don't be shy to say you're sexually active. It's normal. Just do it the healthy way. really don't put yourself in a situation whereby you're going to hurt yourself, and educate the people around you. Talk about these things with your friends. I think the more you talk to people is the more you get informed, because now if we didn't talk to Kara, we wouldn't know some of the things that she was saying. So I
Right.
think talk about these things with people. This thing really needs to be normalized, because it's part of our lives. All of us are here because of sex. If it wasn't for sex, we wouldn't be here. So we have to be educative about it, talk about it, have a conversation with a friend, you have a partner, have a conversation about it. If you have partner, if your guy, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, please learn about their bodies. I think there should be this thing whereby girls need to learn about the guys' bodies and guys need to learn about the girls' bodies, so that you don't sit down looking dumb about everything. Oh my goodness, you can do that. Oh my gosh, you can come. Oh my god, look, and all of that. So I think all of us need to learn about each other's bodies, so that of course we don't look dumb, and also just you know look out for each other, know your partners, know who they are, be comfortable, communicate, and also to the viewers, please be respectful. This is a show and we need to be respectful. um don't come here talking about people's bodies and whatever, and, please show some respect. And yeah, we're always happy to have you here. We're always happy to have the viewers. Please post any questions in the comments, what you think, and yeah, whatever you think. But again, be respectful. That's all we ask for. Uh, I don't know. There's a last question that I'll ask before we leave. There's someone here that has asked, what is the normal maturity age?
For who? A girl or a boy? For a girl,
Probably both, or whichever, individually.
ma- if they mean maturity, getting pregnant once they get their periods, it doesn't have an age, because people get their periods at different ages.
So that's when you're like into that whole thing. You can
That's when you're
anything
going
can
You're
happen to you.
considered, yeah, you're basically considered an adult once you get your period, because yeah, you starting to get hormones and now you're sexually active. So by
What
that
about for the
time, the
guys?
minute you get
Kara, what about the guys?
I don't know.
it, honestly, I don't. Yeah,
I don't
I
think it
know
has
stuff
a
about
they
number
act
to it.
child. They act childish for a while. I know that for a fact. So we don't know. I mean, and there's they. Okay, let me rephrase that. I want to say roughly. Don't they have periods too, but in a different way? I'm assuming
what
maybe
dreams.
15. I mean, I'm guessing if that's it. Whenever they, I don't know. We need a
Oh,
man to answer this question, honestly. So
well, you could Google some of those things. Honestly, Google helps a lot. Yeah, I think we've come to the end of the show. Thank you so much, Kara, for being here. We hope we can have you another time. And I hope the next time we have like a male person on here, so that we can talk about these things, ladies and a man. Yeah, so thank you so much, guys, for being here. Like I always say, please share this video, like, subscribe, go and share us in your groups. You can gossip about us, it's okay, as long as you're sharing. Go to our YouTube. We have a YouTube page, we have an Instagram page, same name, aitv media. And yeah, you can catch us there. We have so much content throughout the week, throughout the weekend, so please tune in and turn your notifications on. I remain your host, Beverly Chiraba, and I'll see you next week. And stay safe, stay home, social distance, wash your hands, use sanitizer, everything. Just stay home if you don't have to go anywhere, and keep safe. Have a blessed week, and I will see you guys next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Nsanyuse nnyo okuba mwenna abalaba gye musinze okubanga mulaba. Thank you so much.
Thank
Opportunity okubuuza ku bantu mwenna gye musinze okubanga mulaba.
We're out.
Nyongera okubabuuzaako
Hello?
nti
Bah.
gyonna gye mukola
Carol.
yonna gye musinzira
Why did you really log herself out?
Uganda
Oh.
Thank you for
n'abalala
coming on the
okusinziira
show.
mu Uganda mwebale
It
byonna
was really
era
informative. So thank
just
you so much for
kubagamba
coming.
nti mbaagala
Thank
nnyo.
you.
In
We
Uganda,
can hear you.
but
Yeah.
they're also coming together in solidarity.
You're
for
welcome.
What's
Thanks
right
for having
for
me too.
democracy.
Maybe next time you
You
can
said what?
you can allow for us to bring you back on a different topic.
Mpewoza aitv
Literally.
kuva wano e Boston mu America.
Oh, okay.
We should get your info.
Muso Nabi
Oh my
Muhammad
God, my
sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
All right.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bwe aitv webale nnyo okujja okubeerawo ku lunaku luno
nnyo nate okulaba nga tufunye omukisa okuba nga tugenda kwogerako nammwe olunaku lwaleero ku aitv eri wano e Littleton. Bannange muli mutya mikwano weekend mugiyiseemu mutya?
balaba. Congratulations and thank you for being for holding our flag as Ugandans.
Thank you. It's an honor. It's a privilege. Mwebale kumpagira, mwebale kunnonda.
Kalakasa lwamiki lwa school fees. Era sympathy yonna gye mubawa ya school fees. Abantu bonna baga nti abazadde tebajja kusobola. Kati ate yagamba biri political. Kakati gwe bw'oba toli Makerere, ekikutwala Makerere weekalakase n'abaana be Makerere, ate okakkana bakubya amayinja bwe baga nti gwe okubya amayinja gwe bategukusinga.
This Makula Musa show era nga mbeeri nange ku Kelo TV. Nsanyusa okubeera nga mumpadde omukisa okujja ku aitv.
What's wrong with that? That's why those kids are there, to grow into the politics, with politics internally meaning it's the management of the society.
Oli ajja kugamba akola 1000 naye ayagala 2,000. So bw'obanga olina sente ezikumalira mu bizibu byo weeyagala onyumirwa omulimu gwo, ladies and gentlemen, just keep doing what you're doing.
Driving a truck doesn't mean you are a mechanic, so you have to put on overalls and stuff like that. Sometimes we look good, we have well before our clients and our customers out there. So basically you are at home and you...
Important for everyone to understand that we do not take people's money.
Yeah. You can also utilize all your media spaces. So thank you very much for amplifying the proper voice. And we thank you for hosting us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you very much.
That's even better, but we need it to be consistent because this movement is...
Bobby Wine, most welcome by the way.
Thank you, my brother.
Welcome to... Thank you. Welcome to AI TV. We are so glad to have you here and...
Yes, sir.
Hassan Mabirizi kasi mukiwanuka. Nina amanya mangi. Omusajja Muganda, Midira Kobe, nkika kyekuva mu siga lya Kawuma. Mama wange edira nsenene.
Lizannyo ku AITV.
Alright, nange nsanyusa okubeera nammwe, nsanyusa okulabika ku mukutu guno gwa AITV.
Social media too.
Hollywood's to blame. You want to know why? Because first of all, Hollywood, it's not a world, it's a deception, okay? It's a deceptive world. Yeah. And what they're portraying to the world is what they wish to see happening, okay? And
people actually follow.
Exactly. So you can't blame that on the people, okay? You have to blame it on the person who's putting it on the screen. And I feel bad saying the white man, but that's what Hollywood is, okay? And they just portray whatever image they want to put into the world. And then, you know, we got kids who are just watching a couple prime videos. You know, you have a lot of kids in Africa, you know, speaking like they're